Hallo, Servus und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe von probier.at. Mein Name ist Martin und ich bin ja immer noch unterwegs in der kalifornischen Bierszene und wie ihr hinter mir seht, ich habe jetzt gerade einen der großen Namen vor der Brust, wenn es um hopfiges Craftbier geht. Das ist Stone Brewing in Escondido. Escondido ist nicht San Diego selber, wir sagen immer Stone Brewing San Diego, aber Escondido ist ein bisschen nordöstlich von San Diego gelegen, vielleicht eine halbe, dreiviertel Autostunde von San Diego selber weg. Hier hat alles angefangen und wir werden jetzt mal schauen, wo das Bier gebraut wird, was es hier zu essen gibt und überhaupt wie die Brauerei von innen aussieht. Kommt mit! Okay, we're now where the magic happens. We're in the brew house and with me is Steve, one of the brewmasters here at Stone Brewing. Hi, Steve.
Hi. Hi, Martin.
Steve, you're the brewmaster for the pilot brewing house here at Stone for the small batches.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So what's happening there? So you're not doing the Arrogant Bastard, you're not doing the IPA.
Right.
So what are you doing?
Well, okay, so sometimes we do some experiments with core beers occasionally. So, for example, when we developed the Arrogant Bastard for Berlin.
Yep.
It's a slightly different recipe. One of the malts that's in there, which I can't tell you which one.
We're not getting the real deal in Berlin?
Close.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we don't have to flavor match in Berlin. But the idea is that those beers need to be the spirit of the original beer. So there's one malt we couldn't get, so we did a trial with some European malts that we knew we could get in Berlin, and we actually brewed Arrogant Bastard 4 times and chose which one we wanted to transfer over to Berlin.
But what do you actually do to those recipes? Do you adapt them to the local ingredients or do you adapt them to the local taste a bit?
In that one case, we adapted the local ingredient to the flavor profile we were trying to achieve. Yeah. So, in some cases, rare cases, yes, we do brew those core beers, but only when we're trying a very small trial.
It's about playing around with the recipes a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of what we do on the pilot system is trialing new ingredients. So, new experimental hops. I was actually just compiling a whole bunch of data, sensory data, for a big Australian hop trial that we did. Australian hops are very important for us, as are German hops, as are American hops, as are New Zealand. These are
and you use you use a lot of them in your beers, right?
Oh yeah. In fact, I point out to a lot of people. They say, "Oh, what hop are you using in that beer?" And I tell them, and they say, "We didn't get the flavor profile." And I'm like, "Well, you're not using it like we are." Okay. So the way we use them is very unique. So I don't take the information given to us from the supplier. I look at it, but it's very important that we trial it, because the sensory data I may get from Haas, for example, they may have done a pilot brew with maybe 0.1 kilograms per hectoliter.
Okay.
And we're going to do a trial that's maybe about 0.8 kilograms per hectoliter. Which is much more meaningful for us, for our process. So we do a great deal of that on the pilot system, as well as new recipes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you do new recipes only, or do you also do new styles? Because, for example, lager beers have become enormously popular in the US during the last years, as I found out. So is Stone still sticking with the hoppy ones, or are you trying to find out a way to produce also lager beers with more hops?
Yes. So we have a new tropical lager.
Am I hitting a secret nerd now?
Yes. We have a new tropical lager coming out soon.
Okay.
So, very different type of lager flavor profile.
Right.
We did some lagers that used 100% European ingredients, primarily German. But we've also done a new lager that we have coming out that is almost all American ingredients. So, and you can taste that difference. It still has some of the sulfur characteristics of a lager, but it is very bright, very tropical flavor profile. So, West Coast hops. Almost all the hops were West Coast. One German hop.
So it's a lager beer, but it has a stone spirit in it.
Absolutely, yes.
But I was told that you are originally from the wine business. What did you make change for the beer?
Well, that's a misconception. So, I started in brewing. I was a craft brewer.
Okay.
Initially, and then after about 10 years in brewing, I got a job managing quality for a winery.
Okay.
For 5 years, and then I came to Stone.
So you went away, and of course you came back to the real business.
Yeah, that was always the plan, actually. No, my heart's all about beer.
So what else can we expect in the next years, or probably say month, from the pilot brewery here? Or maybe you are in contact with your colleagues up in Berlin, because the Berlin beers are the ones we're getting regularly. Do you have any ideas what they are going to release within the next few months?
Berlin, of course, working on lots of pilots, but it's actually a little bit quieter than normal in Berlin. For us, it's going to be, there's a new style, Brut.
Okay.
So it has, similar to the diabetic beer process in Europe. But yes, very, very dry.
Yeah.
So I'd never thought of making these beers. A year ago, I would never have thought of making something with no carbohydrate or very low carbohydrate.
Those styles really hit the market right now, aren't they? Yeah.
Very popular right now.
We have some breweries back home in Europe that really started that beer style. I think it was 2 months ago. So
really?
Yeah. It's becoming popular.
I've heard rumors of it being brewed all over the world.
Yeah.
So I think we thought it was appropriate to get the very dry flavor, a little bit more sparkle, more effervescence, and for January 1st, the new year, typically you celebrate with something bubbly.
And skip the champagne, but go for the beer champagne, right?
Yes, that's the idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Steve, thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Martin.
And I will just take a quick look around the canning line and the production facilities, and maybe see you in Berlin sometime.
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay.
All right.
Good. Cheers.